So we will start making zucchini fritters first. So for that we need zucchini. As a binding agent, I'm going to use besan, which is gram flour, and a grater. So I'm going to use the small side of the grater. There is other side which is big here, so I'm not going to use this. I'm going to use the small side. So we will grate it, and when you grate zucchini, it releases a lot of water. So I used half a cup of besan, the gram flour. This is what we get in Hong Kong. And I just mix it with zucchini. I have my oil getting ready. I don't take too much oil in the kadhai or a wok. This is iron wok. And So I've added basic spices, which is salt, coriander powder, and red chili powder. And then it becomes a batter. You don't need to really put any water. If you want, if you think that your mixture is too dry, then you can put 1 or 2 tablespoons of zucchini water, which we squeezed out, or unlike normal water. And then, with the help of fork or spoon, on medium flame, you got to fry these fritters. It is very high in protein as well because it's made with chickpea flour. So it's healthy, and this is a good way to sneak in the vegetable in your kids' diet as well, because sometimes my girls don't prefer to eat zucchini like as pressure baked or fried. So they eat it this way. And over the weekend, I do it because this is a little bit lengthier than other veg I prepare, and I'm gonna fry it in two batches. So now we will fry our koftas, and we will fry it on medium flame. And when you see light brown from the sides, it's time to turn them to the other side. And if you think they get stuck together, you can just gently separate them. So fry it from other side as well, and then we will drain it. So now my koftas slash fritters are ready. I drain it on a tissue paper. Now we are going to prepare for the curry. So for the curry, we need half a onion, 5 cloves of garlic, and 1 inch of ginger. So chop it finely. Doesn't need to be like very fine, but you can chop it. And then we will chop the tomatoes as well. So later I will take 3 more tomatoes to chop it. I don't know why I'm using a small chopping board, but yeah. And you can use the food processor as well on pulses mode and chop these. That'll make your life much easier. I do have a food processor, but as I said, I don't know why I'm using the chopping board. But you can use the food processor as well. I'm taking a karai here in which I'm going to cook. I'm gonna turn on my gas and put some oil. I'm gonna add around 6 to 7 tablespoons of oil. If you think it's less for you, you can obviously add more, but too much oil is also not good. So I'm gonna add, if you think later that it's getting a little dry or anything, then you can add more oil. So this is my spice box. I'm gonna add cumin seeds from there, and I'm gonna add some asafetida as well, which is hing. After that, I'm adding ginger and garlic first. I did not add any green chili, and once this is very quick, if you see my gas is on medium high, and once it get a little brown, I added onion. Now to add onion a little faster, I am adding very little salt, so we need to keep that in our mind when we put salt later in the curry as well, that we already added some salt. So this is my spice box: coriander powder, red chili powder, salt, and this we use everyday basis. I keep turmeric separate. So let it get brown. Once it's brown, then we will add the tomatoes as well. This is a little closer for your easy reference. So you can see they are brown, they have changed the color, and now I'm adding my chopped tomatoes in there, and then we will cook till the time tomatoes are softened. So I'm gonna cover it and cook it for 5 minutes, and then we will see that the tomatoes will be soft. Just give it a nice mix, and then later the second stage will be to add spices. Let's check our tomatoes after 5 minutes. They are nice and soft. Just mash them a little bit to see if they are soft enough, and give it a nice mix. And then now we will add the spices. So the basic spices: salt, coriander powder, and red chili powder. The red chili powder which I use here is for the color, not for the spiciness. It's way less in spiciness. And some turmeric powder. And then I'm going to reduce the flame to low, because I don't want the spices to get burned. Give it a nice mix, and then we cover for another 5 to 7 minutes till the time it releases the oil. And here comes my little monkey in the kitchen. So I'm gonna cook this sauce for a while till it oozes oil, as I said. And you can see from far that the oil, you can see the bubbles. That's actually the curry leaving the oil. The masalas, the spices are all cooked well. I'm gonna show you from the close-up how it looks. And you can see here that it's cooked perfectly. The tomatoes and onion are combined. Now once the mixture releases oil, I'm gonna add some water in it and some garam masala. I have already added 1.5 cup of water and very little garam masala. It adds a good fragrance and spiciness to the curry. I'm adding not too much, just little. Give it a nice mix, and till the time you mind your children, it'll be ready. So let it come to a boil. You can see it's boiling right now. And after that, I'm gonna add my fritters, the kofta, zucchini fritters. You can add it like this before either serving. So I'm gonna give it to my daughters after like 15 minutes. So I'm adding it, all of them, and just cover it, and it's done. Finish. This is how it looks after 15 minutes. Of course, the fritters absorb some water from the curry. So this is a semi-dried curry, and the fritters get softened. They were already soft, but this gets combined with the curry, with the sauce, and it's very yummy. Do try it, and I'm gonna give it to my kids soon. I'm gonna serve it with roti, and yeah, and they're gonna enjoy it.